Lord Jamar, welcome back.
V-Lad, the disembodied voice. What's good?
What's good, man?
That's what somebody called you. They said,
disembodied
this disembodied voice is Vlad.
So, shortly after your Lil Yachty interview,
Little yak.
you know, what did you say? Anyone who listens to Lil Yachty is actually stupid? Is that what you said?
Pretty much. Meaning, they've been dumbed down to such a point that they think this is good. Not are they actually a drooling idiot? Of course not. You know what I mean? But, do they not know the difference between good hip hop and bad hip hop to where they think that this is good? Yes, that makes them stupid in that regard.
Well, soon after the interview came out, the whole Soulja Boy, Lil Yachty thing, India Love thing happened.
Right.
Did you follow that at all?
A little bit. It looked stupid, so I'm not all fully into it.
So apparently what happened was Lil Yachty was texting India Love, who's a very attractive female. Mm-hmm. You know who that is?
I seen pictures of her. I can't say I knew her before this.
Yeah.
I'm not no internet, I'm not
right.
ogling all these broads on the internet. But I know a pretty girl when I see one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they had never actually met in person, but they were, I guess, texting each other. He's
trying to get in.
He's trying to get in, and he's one of the hot rappers, so I'm sure that she's kind of intrigued, as most women are.
Mm-hmm. If he got some paper, she might fuck with him.
Yeah, he got a Sprite commercial with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good look.
I didn't see it, but I heard he got
one.
Okay.
He got a Sprite commercial. And I guess what had happened, based on what he explained after the fact, was that they were talking, and I guess her and Soulja Boy used to be cool or whatever, and she had mentioned that she didn't like some of the pictures that Soulja Boy had put up of the two of them. So he took it upon himself to try to
be Captain Save-A-Ho.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Mm-hmm.
He put his cape on, and since he thought he was cool with Soulja Boy, he asked Soulja Boy to take down these pictures. And Soulja Boy
found out he wasn't cool with Soulja Boy.
Found out he wasn't cool with Soulja Boy.
Nigga, what? Fuck you talking about?
Soulja Boy took this as an opportunity, as he does, because this is really Soulja Boy's platform is the internet.
Right.
As much as people talk shit about Soulja Boy,
no, he was a genius when it came to breaking himself on the internet. He was like the first one to really do it big from the internet.
From the internet. He was the first, I would say, internet rapper ever. In terms of someone who made it,
right,
to the point of having a song on the radio, having an album that's selling,
and being trash at the same time.
Well,
yeah, I said it. Like he's the precursor to a lot of this bullshit. You know what I mean? A lot of that, like the first time I heard, what was that first song he had? Oh yeah, Soulja Boy, when we roll. That was damn near as bad as A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P. You see what I'm saying? Like
you can do that to any song.
No, you can't. Try to do it with a Rakim song right now.
Okay, hold on. Can you do it with Slow Down?
No. I just said Rakim. No, you can't do it with Slow Down.
A B C.
You see? Hey, baby, your hips is getting big.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N,
Nah,
P.
it's not working.
It's kind
of not working. It doesn't work as well. Okay? With that first one, I used to call that I used to be like, yo, this nigga's talking slave talk. Watch me wreck and watch me roll. How me go? Like, how me? Like, really? Like, you taking us back to some slave language shit.
There was that one time on, I think, the BET red carpet where he says, shout out to the slave masters because we wouldn't have all this.
Right.
All this jewelry and tattoos.
So, yes. So now people following people, you see? Him being the foundation of a lot of that shit. Yeah. And then his little students following him. Mm-hmm. But see, now look how the code of this new school is. He's their godfather, basically.
He is.
But he got no respect for his disciples. And then the minute they say some shit about him, the disciples got no respect for the teacher. What kind of bullshit is that?
If your teacher shits on you, then you're not going to have any respect for him, period. Publicly shits on you. It was one thing if he just yelled at you privately, but...
Hey, first of all, raise your hand in class. You know what I mean? What the fuck you texting me about, some broad that you ain't never even fucked, and you telling me what I should do with my Instagram and all this type of shit. Nigga, raise your hand. You know what I mean? If I call on you as the teacher, then
I personally think that Yachty was out of line approaching Soulja Boy on that.
Yeah, he was.
That was a Captain Save-A-Ho kind of
exactly.
Kind of
That was some sucker shit to try to get the pussy. Like, wow, I got you, baby. I'm gonna hit him up right now.
I took care of that.
Yeah, I took care of that.
Give me the pussy now.
You're so sweet.
My hero.
You know what? Here you go. Fuck out of here. Fuck out. That's some sucker shit. Like, you know what I mean? If she don't like that, let her text the dude.
It's also some young boy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what we did when we were young. As you know, when I was, how old is he? 19, 20? Like, come on.
Well, when I seen in the video, it said he was 18 when he did the shit with Ebro and them. Because
Right.
I finally watched like the interview, the whole interview. And he said he's 18. So it's like, when he said that, I almost felt bad.
Lil Yachty's 19 years old.
Right.
He was born August 23rd, 1997. Ain't it crazy when you hear that like out loud, 1997?
That's what I'm saying. Like, my daughter was born in 99. Like, this
Right.
could be my seed. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
old enough to be my seed.
The two of them could have went to high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same age. Within
Except-
2 years. Within 2 years apart.
Except my daughter's not a retard. So they probably wouldn't have been in the same classes. He probably would have been in special ed or some shit with that ABC shit.
Yeah, he tried to play captain.
Mm-hmm.
But a 19-year-old, come on. You've never played captain at 19 years old?
Nope.
No?
I sat there and let bras talk all kind of shit about they niggas. I'd be like, oh, word. Because that's some sucker shit we just would not do. Like, although I would love to sit there and throw some, some salt on homeboy's wounds, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get the shit off of the strength of me.
Right. But let's just take a step back and take a look at you as a teenager and look at Yachty as a teenager.
Right.
Yachty, when you just look at the overall package, you could tell that he probably didn't have access to a lot of hot girls before he became Little Yachty.
Right. Whereas I did.
Yeah. You was more of a fly dude.
I
would
didn't get-
assume. I would assume, even though we didn't know each other, I would assume he was more of a fly dude.
Trust me.
Back then.
Trust me.
Right? As a teenager. He's probably like, yo, he never had a India love before.
Right.
That was actually checking
And
for
that's
him.
what makes them go crazy.
Right.
That's what makes them go crazy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to put your cape on. You want to put your suit on.
Right. I just can't relate to that. You see what I'm saying? Because I had money, I had girls, I had all kind of shit. Even fame within my own community, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, once you know what I mean? Once you go to the next level, if you already had a taste of that, it's not that big. If you just go from 0 to 100 real quick, you don't know what you're supposed to do in between those speeds. You understand?
I feel you. I mean, it took me, when I became known and everything else like that, when women started to look at me differently because of my reputation, it was an adjustment period. Because I remember before all that happened, the way I interacted with women was definitely a completely different situation. I was definitely, I put my cape on a few times back then. I'm going to admit it.
You right, girl. He ain't shit. You deserve better. I'd never do that to you. I never.
Wasn't that the "You Should Let Me Love You"? Like, like that song was the ultimate hater song ever. Like,
You should let me love. Yeah.
I see how he treats you. Like, if he was my girl,
Right, I swear.
I would only lie in bed with you. Like,
all fucking day. Crazy.
So, I don't know. I give him a pass in doing that. Soulja Boy went full blown with it.
Right, like, what you want, beef, nigga?
Right. Did the whole thing. But you know something? After all the shit that Soulja Boy talked, Lil Yachty got on stage and had 10,000 people say, fuck Soulja Boy.
Right.
And I felt like that was the end of that.
That's nice, I mean.
Because he's still doing big shows. Soulja Boy is still getting by, scraping by. Because, right afterwards, there was the whole thing about how he was saying how he had the $6 million.
Airbnb,
But if you think about it, because me and Academics was talking
What if it
about
was his and he put it on Airbnb?
It wasn't. It was TMZ actually.
I know. I'm just.
Dug into that.
I
story.
try to give him a fucking out, but all right.
Throw him a bone.
Yeah.